Hello and welcome to day 2 of Meditations for Mortals. This is where I work through Oliver Burkeman's book Meditation for Mortals, a 4-week guide to doing what counts. So day 2 he talks about, it is called Kayaks and Superyachts, and the subtitle is on actually doing things. So to explain the concept of these, I'm actually going to read a couple of extracts from the chapter, because the analogy that he uses of kayaks and super yachts, obviously I can't explain it any better than he does, so I will just read the appropriate parts of the book. So he explains that it's two images, the image of a kayak and a super yacht. To be human, according to this analogy, is to occupy a little one-person kayak, borne along on the river of time towards your inevitable yet unpredictable death. It's a thrilling situation, but also an intensely vulnerable one. You're at the mercy of the current, and all you can really do is to stay alert, steering as best you can, reacting as wisely and gracefully as possible to whatever arises from moment to moment. He then quotes German philosopher Heidegger. He uses a word that translates to thrownness, which is the predicament that we merely come into existence. We find ourselves thrown into a time and place we didn't choose, a personality we didn't pick, and with time flowing away beneath minute by minute, whether we like it or not. That's how life is. And honestly, I get the analogy. It's absolutely perfect in my opinion. He then goes on to say, but it isn't how we want it to be. We'd much prefer a greater sense of control. Yes. So rather than paddling by kayak, we like to feel that we're the captain of a super yacht, calm and in charge, programming our desired route into the ship's computers, then sitting back and watching it all unfold from the plush leather swivel chair on the serene and silent bridge. And he then goes on to say that all these systems and schemes for self-improvement, all these long-term projects feed this fantasy that we can exercise the control as if we are steering a super yacht rather than sitting in a kayak bouncing around on the current. Yes, he's describing my life. I mean, to be fair, he gets this because he's giving himself as an example as well, that's what he's done. He'll get a new self-improvement book and be, oh wow, fabulous, a new system to tell me how to live my life and how to get everything under control. Yep, been there, done that, got the t-shirt, still doing it, because you know what's this if not another one of those systems and processes. It might not be very systematic in the way that he's taking it forward, but it is a way of helping us to change our approach, how to change how we approach life. But what he's saying is, instead of looking for a 12-step system for getting everything under control, just do it. And I am kind of resisting the temptation to swear here, but just do it. Instead of viewing starting a business as a long-term project and doing lots of research and trying to get everything in place before you actually launch, just do something towards it. Just take action. If you want to be the sort of person who meditates, you don't create a project which turns you into the kind of person who meditates. You sit down and you meditate, and then you do it again and again and again. And before you know it, you're the kind of person who meditates. You're not the kind of person who creates a project of self-improvement. And again, I have to put my hands up and admit that I'm the kind of person who has lots of self-improvement projects. Sometimes they work, sometimes the new habits stick, more often than not they don't. I mean, there is the time I spent 2 days sorting out my inbox with however many thousand emails I had in it at that time. 2 days sorting it out into a new system according to some productivity expert, and I hated it. I couldn't use it. I fell behind. I was even worse at dealing with my emails than I was before I tried to implement this system. What was I thinking? 2 days I wasted on this project. So yeah, if you want to be the kind of person who keeps your inbox to 0, you need to just answer the damn emails and delete them once they're done. You don't mess with a system for 2 days and then decide it doesn't work for you. So yeah, so I do think that there's so much in what he says for this, and what I need to do today is reflect on that. But I do think actually I am becoming more the kind of person who does stuff, because look, I've turned up, I'm recording this video, I'm going to post it on LinkedIn. I am posting on LinkedIn on a more regular basis. So yay for me, I'm doing my best to steer the kayak. Let me know what you think. Does the concept make sense to you, or are you still committed to your self-improvement, personal development projects? That's Meditations for Mortals for today. Kayaks and super yachts, taken from Oliver Burkeman's book. I'm Lindsay Milner. Don't forget, join me tomorrow for day 3. See you then. Bye.